'Tis the season to be spooky. Hello everyone, if you're new here today, hey, I'm Jessica. Welcome to today's video where I'll be painting the masked maniac from Scream, aka Ghostface, you know, the dude that always wants to know just what your favourite scary movie is. But first, let's hear from today's sponsor, Love Bow. Love Bow Jewels is a vintage art jewellery brand who strive to offer unique, one-of-a-kind pieces reflecting individuality and self-expression. Now I just had to say yes when they reached out to me, as they are completely driven by their passion for art, which is exquisitely expressed by hand. All jewellery is handcrafted and micro-set by hand, offering the most uniquely, stunningly crafted jewellery. Jewellery that ranges from precious metals, which are most friendly to those with sensitive skin. They have a stunning yet outstanding selection of precious and semi-precious gemstones, each with their own magical properties. Choose from a unique array of jewellery styles, from bracelets, necklaces, earrings and more. Browsing through Love Bow's website, and I get so entranced with all the pieces that they have to offer. It gives me so many feels of that of like David Bowie's Labyrinth and Wonderland. Then on the other hand, they also have very classy traditional type pieces. So there's something for everyone. So you have like the more elegant traditional type pieces, but then you also have the more magical and mystical, making the jewellery that much more unusual, but beautiful at the same time. Now let's get a little bit more personal. So what does Love Bow jewellery bring to me? What does it bring to my table? Well, it matches my witchy aesthetic perfectly, with my love for all things magical, astrological and the natural world. Love Bow jewellery's inspiration has a heavy emphasis on fairy tales, vintage glamour and astrology. Each piece carries with it a story and each gem has a meaning. I am obsessed with my spider earrings. They're giving gothic romance, and these are from Love Bow's Halloween Spirit collection, handcrafted with 925 sterling silver and set with sky blue topaz, making for such a statement piece this spooky season. By the way, that wind passing through my hair was not intentional. That was coming from my air purifier. I just felt like it made for a whole vibe. Now, to ward off any negative spirits this autumn, to match my spidey friends, I also compare them with this gorgeous blue topaz evil eye bracelet. Wear this one for protection, folks. Along with those pieces, I also received this beautiful amethyst topaz ring. Now, it is an engagement ring, but the only thing that I'm engaged with right now is a canvas, so no alarms there, folks. Look how sparkly. All light loves this gemstone. Amethyst aids the wearer to have a more freeing mind in both mental and metaphysical dimensions. You see, I told you the witch in me is starting to kick in. And I could go on forever about the energy that the amethyst gives to the wearer. The ancient Egyptians would work amethyst into amulets for protection. It keeps one's third eye that bit stronger. Now, on top of all of those pieces I just showed to you, I was sent a final fourth piece to embrace my inner vampiress. Love Bow just spoiled me on this one and I'm in love with it. I'm seeing Hollywood Vampire here, 925 sterling silver garnet back. For all you bloodthirsty immortals, I'm seeing the Vampire Diaries, the originals, Interview with the Vampire. It's perfect for All Hallows Eve. Pair this with a white shirt, another stunning yet subtle statement, chef's kiss. The fact that I wasn't even looking into the camera properly this whole time round, I was just too busy looking at those earrings. Anyway, if you want 15% off, use code Jessica and the link will be in the description box down below. I'm working on a 40 by 40 canvas. Now this was ideal to like fit the subject in, to fit him like right dead center in. The size I found wasn't overbearingly like too large or too small. So I was 5 years old when the first Scream movie appeared on our screen, folks. Like super 90s. I remember seeing the VHS at the side of my nana's friend's TV and I was like, wow, what's this? And my nana's friend was like, yeah, this is not for you, dear. I must have been around about 8, maybe 9, maybe 10. Thinking about it, I don't know. I may have been 8. At this point, it's a bit of a blur, but the cover stood out to me. You know, the one with where her face is shot on the front of it? That one. So I was that type of kid that crept downstairs when I could hear my parents up watching the X-Files at like after o'clock in the morning. I'd have an after like midnight snack, watch half an hour of that with my mum, nana and granddad, and if it wasn't Mulder and Scully, it was Tales from the Crypt. So they let me watch the first bit of that, like the first part of the intro. So the bit where we're taking down that like old spooky spiral staircase till we meet Bone Daddy at the end, till we meet the Crypt Keeper, but not the rest. The Sci-Fi Channel back then, it was just the best around like 2:30 AM. I don't know if that's still the same. I also remember watching Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, and you had to guess which one was the true scary story and which one was the fake one. Yeah, wow, so much is coming to mind now I'm talking about it. Right from the mid to late 90s onwards, a ton of cool scary movies came out. So the ghost face that I'm painting in today's video is the one that is speculated to have been the original killers, Billy Loomis or Stu Macker. So that is why I chose to do this one, because it's got that bit of a history to it. So the ghost face mask was originally developed by Bridget Slayton for the costume company Fun World in 1991 as part of their series called Fantastic Faces. The mask was created with inspiration from Edvard Munch's The Scream painting in mind. They just don't make horror movies the same way anymore. There's something about the classics that is just, it's too authentic to reproduce. Like, I like the latest Scream movies, don't get me wrong, but I still much prefer 1, 2 and 3. Like, I'll always watch them regardless every time a new one drops. I just don't think that you can ever beat the classics. Like, the follow-up to The Craft. What was that? Like, seriously, they could have done so much better. It was just lacking that substance that the original Craft had. Like, I can watch The Craft with Neve Campbell over and over again and it never gets old. I see the movie every time with fresh eyes. It's one of my all-time favourite movies. I think some originals should be left untouched, but then again, it's good to present an old storyline to a fresh set of eyes, like a much younger audience, so newer generations have an understanding of the originals. There's plenty of time for some more substance to come out in horror movies, and I'm not knocking that, but I still just think there's just something that I gravitate towards still with the 80s and the 90s classic horror movies. So correct me if I'm wrong. John Carpenter achieves this immensely though with Halloween. Like, he still brings that feeling to a fresh set of eyes, like that originality. No matter how many times the boogeyman Michael Myers gets killed, there's still authenticity there. So it can be debated, and I know that The Crow is also, it's also like been in the works, and again I think that's going to take somebody's going to have to really convince me to go to the cinemas to see that, but I'll give it a go. I know I'll give it a go. But The Crow will always sit as an original one-off piece to me, just like how a painting is. If it's a one-off piece, leave it alone. You can copy it as many times as you want, but you're still going to be able to tell which one is the original with up close and personal inspection. So it was a cross between Michael Myers and Ghostface. For this painting, I didn't know which one to do. I was kind of struggling, John Carpenter, Wes Craven, John Carpenter. So in the end, I went with Wes Craven's Ghostface. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's painting time-lapse, folks. And with that being said, what's your favourite scary movie? Don't forget, stay creative, stay spooky.